Have you ever wondered how to cultivate acorn squash? Well, you're in the right place. Today we're going to break down this process into 10 clear, easy-to-follow steps. Step 1. Choose the right location. Acorn squash loves the sun, so select a spot in your garden that gets at least 6 hours of sunlight per day. Step 2. Prepare the soil. Acorn squash thrives in well-drained, fertile soil. Enrich your soil with compost or organic matter to give your squash a healthy start. Step 3. It's time to sow the seeds. Plant them 1 inch deep in the soil, spacing them about 3 feet apart to give them room to grow. Step 4. Water your seeds. They need a lot of moisture, especially during the early stages of growth. Water them regularly, but don't overdo it. Step 5. Let's talk about fertilizing. A couple of weeks after planting, apply an all-purpose vegetable garden fertilizer to promote healthy growth. Step 6. Look out for pests and diseases. Squash bugs and powdery mildew can be a problem for acorn squash. Regularly check your plants and treat any issues as soon as you spot them. Step 7. As your plants grow, they'll start to vine out. Provide a trellis or other support to help them along and keep the fruit off the ground. Step 8. When the squash are about the size of a softball and the skin is hard, it's time to harvest. Use a sharp knife to cut the squash from the vine. Step 9. After harvesting, let the squash cure in the sun for a few days. This will help harden the skin and improve the flavor. And finally, Step 10. Store your acorn squash in a cool, dry place. They can last for several months if stored properly. So, to recap, choose a sunny location, prepare the soil, sow the seeds, water regularly, fertilize, monitor for pests and diseases, provide support for the vines, harvest when ready, cure and store. Cultivating acorn squash may seem like a lot of work, but the delicious results are well worth the effort. Remember, patience is key when growing any vegetable, and acorn squash is no exception. It may take time, but with these steps, you're on the right path to growing your very own acorn squash. Happy gardening!